Yo, what is up guys? It's me, Zachary. Alright, well see, I'm trying not to read too much into this because it very well could have been a coincidence or something like that, but I don't know. Gordon Hayward, we've talked about him more than a few times on this channel already, and about the decisions he has to make this summer, as it'll be his first time being an unrestricted free agent. Of course, there have been plenty of talk about him joining the Boston Celtics or maybe even the Miami Heat. And by the way, Utah's management is reportedly terrified that he will sign with either of those teams. But there is also strong reason to believe he could stay with the Jazz. And while no one knows exactly what he will do, people now more than ever are starting to believe that Gordon Hayward will end up in a Boston Celtics jersey this summer because of this picture his wife posted on Instagram. Seems pretty innocent at first, just her and the baby. But what has people going crazy is the fact that the baby is wearing a shirt that says "Go Green" with a 4-leaf clover on it. It's also green and white. You know what else is green and white and is also associated with clovers? The Boston Celtics. Look, I know it's crazy, and who knows, maybe Hayward did make up his mind and already knew all along that he wanted to reunite with his former college coach Brad Stevens, and they bought this shirt because of that. But like I said in the beginning, I am not gonna read too much into this and just automatically assume he's going to Boston now. Also, the post by his wife has already been deleted, so that does make it just a bit more suspicious, I guess. But I'm curious to know what you guys think. Do you think that picture actually has a deeper meaning behind it? I just don't understand it. I really don't. Whenever a former NBA player gets arrested for something like this, I'm just like, why? Why are you trying to throw it all away? Yesterday, we talked about how ex-NBA player CJ Miles went bankrupt and the government had to auction off his toaster for $2. And today, he might not be bankrupt or broke or anything that we know of at least, but former NBA player Sebastian Telfair, who was last seen in the NBA as a reserve for the Oklahoma City Thunder back in 2014, has just been arrested in Brooklyn on weapons and drug charges. And according to the reports that came out, Telfair and one of his friends were both taken into custody after police found firearms, a semi-automatic rifle, ammunition, a ballistic vest, and then of course some weed in the car. I mean, was y'all getting ready to go to war or something? I mean, I just don't get it. You were in the NBA making millions of dollars, and that's the life you choose to live? Look, that's not a life that anyone should want to live. I know some people are born into it and that's all they know, but you were in the freaking NBA making millions. You had made it, but you chose to go back to that life instead. Look, it just doesn't make any sense. And he might not get off so easily this time either. I say this time because this wasn't the first time that Telfair has been spotted carrying an illegal firearm with him. Back in 2007, the police found him carrying, to which Telfair pleaded guilty to criminal possession and was sentenced to 3 years of probation. This time though, with not just a gun, but a semi-automatic rifle, ammo, a freaking ballistic vest, and drugs in their car too. For a lot of people, that's enough to get them probably around 25 years. So he could be looking at doing some legit time. I don't feel bad for him at all though. I mean, he had a choice and he chose poorly. I guess this should lighten up the mood a bit though. We've seen NBA players in exhibition games all the time during the offseason, games where they can just go out and have fun while they play. And yesterday, we got some footage of Karl Anthony Towns at one of those exhibition games. You know, there was some kind of 3v3 tournament going on in Denmark. And well, as you could probably guess, if Towns can be a beast on the NBA court against NBA talent, those poor people in that tournament never stood a chance. Take a look.
Oh, he shakes, he baits. Oh, what the pass. Danmarks mest scorende landsholdsspiller, nummer 2, mine damer og herrer, Lars Christiansen. Wait! Once again, with legit fun, Karl Anthony Towns, give it up! Karl Anthony Towns,
honestly don't realize how it took that one guy so long to realize that Towns no longer had the ball. He was looking right at the ball, or where it was supposed to be at least. I swear if that ever happened to me, I don't care if it was against a pro or whatever, I'd have to walk off the court and could never come back because you lost all dignity. Towns probably could have stayed there dribbling for a week and that guy never would have noticed that he didn't have the ball anymore. Brooklyn, this is your chance. Pick up the phone and call the Philadelphia 76ers right now. The 76ers have more picks in this year's draft than any other team, but hey, I mean, what else is new? Only one is in the first round though, with the others being the 36th, 39th, 46th, and 50th picks. And you might think 5 picks is great, even if they are second rounders. You know, they have a chance to strike gold with one of those picks and get a second round steal. And that is true, they do, or could, or would. But the thing is, they don't have enough room on their roster for all the players they could get with those potential picks. And on top of that, the Sixers are looking to compete for a playoff spot in the East next year. And as crazy to some as that might sound, it very well could happen. I mean, with just Embiid in the game when he was healthy, they were actually winning quite a few games. So if he comes back and stays healthy, and if Simmons is as good as advertised, the Sixers claiming one of the last spots in the Eastern Conference playoffs could very well happen. And with all of that in mind, they are looking to sell or trade some of their second round picks. And like I said, Brooklyn, you need to give them a call. I know mid-second rounders aren't the most attractive picks, but what do you guys have to lose? He lied to our faces. I didn't cover this story when it first came out because there wasn't much to talk about, but a couple of days ago, Draymond Green had told the media that after Game 7 last year, the first thing he did was call Kevin Durant from his car in the parking lot of the Oracle Arena and told him the Warriors needed him for the finals to beat the Cavs. At least that's what Green said. Now, when he first said that, you know, it kind of seems a bit skeptical. Like, how are you just gonna call up KD literally in your car and tell him to come play with you? Like, that's the first thing you do? It just sounds a bit fishy to me. And according to Durant, I was right to be suspicious because it was a lie, or kinda at least. I guess Draymond did at some point call him, but it wasn't when he said he did. So not right after the game in his car.
Howard in the middle.
Howard Beck, Bleacher Report. Kevin, just to quickly follow up on Dave's question. So you're saying that Draymond did not make that call that he said he made a few days ago? Like that?
No, he didn't make that call. Not right after the game.
Okay. When was the first conversation? I mean, was he the first Warrior to reach out to you?
Why does it matter right now?
Oh no, just a curiosity about how those, like, what the first conversation was about, like, you know,
I've been talking about this all season.
Yeah.
Like, I'm tired of it. At this point, I'm not mad or anything. I'm just saying, at this point, as the finals, I'm trying to stay where we are. I'm trying to stay locked in, and like, it's been a whole year now. So it's over.
The reason I was asking, I'm just curious, like, does it feel like this was always the moment it was leading toward? Is like right now, this is why they wanted you, needed you here?
I mean, like I said, I'm just trying to stay where we are, stay locked in this moment. We don't talk about this is why they needed me or this is why. No, we just come out there and play our game, continue to build on what we've been doing since day one, the training camp, and, you know, looking forward to going out there and having some fun tomorrow, man. That's the only thing that matters.
You know, Durant said he wasn't mad or anything, but he did seem obviously a bit annoyed. And it would be easy just take another shot at him for it, but I can understand where his frustration with the media or his annoyance with the media is coming from. I mean, for a year now, that's all anyone has been talking about. Almost every time he gets in front of the camera, someone asks him something related to him joining the Warriors. And while I did want to hear exactly when Draymond called him so I could just see how much Green was exaggerating, I can't be mad at him for being frustrated or annoyed with the media at this point. The lack of parity in the NBA has been a huge talking point ever since the Warriors and Cavs manhandled their respective conferences in this year's playoffs. And even though the Cavs, like I said, dominated the East, only losing one game the entire way, and you would think that a team that only lost one game before the finals wouldn't be considered an underdog, but they are. And I mean, that's just how good this Warriors team is. And that's why people are saying that there is even more of a lack of parity, because the best team is, or it seems it is so much better than the second best team, which is a lot better than almost every other team in the NBA. I mean, the gap is just huge. And that to a lot of fans or even teams can be a bit demoralizing. Like, what's the point in even trying? There's no way we can win a championship. But Andre Iguodala, of the Warriors disagrees, as he said yesterday that every team, no matter who they are, should train and prepare as if they think they're going to win it all.
I mean, that should be everyone's thought. You know, that's got to be the thought, no matter who you play for. I mean, training camp, I'm sure Joel Embiid is like win a championship game, regardless of what anybody says. So,
a lot tougher.
I mean, everyone's road is different, but everyone has a chance to do it. You got to prepare as if things will work out in your favor. You're going to get to that place, right? I mean, that's why we all do this job. We play to win the game. We play to win championships.
I know. It sounds ridiculous. When I first heard him say this, I wanted to just laugh it off and call him crazy. I mean, realistically speaking, a majority of the teams in the NBA have no chance at winning it all next year, or maybe even the year after that, or maybe even the year after that too. But after thinking about what he said, I honestly think Iggy is right here. I mean, there is no point in playing like you don't want to win a ring. Training like you're playing to win a championship next year, even if you don't make the playoffs, will always be better than training like you don't have a chance. Because you have to train and practice hard if you want to get a ring, which will only make you better. And if you keep playing and training like you think you can win it all, then one day you will be good enough when the time comes and there is an opportunity to win it all. And that is going to lead us to the question of the day. What do you think about what Andre Iguodala said? Do you think he's crazy for saying teams should play like they have a chance to win? Do you think he's crazy for thinking any other team has to win? Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. But now let's take a look at what you guys said in yesterday's video. And yesterday, after Adam Silver gave us a bit of what to expect on the new guidelines for resting players, meaning that they'll be heavily encouraged to only rest during home games and multiple starters can't rest on the same night, I asked you guys how you felt about it and if you would make any changes. And here's what you said. I'd make it so you can only rest on back-to-backs or dealing with injuries. Question of the day. These guidelines are fair. We can't control the coaches or what the rest of the players do, but we can influence them. There shouldn't be a resting rule. Players should not play all 82. I think players need to sit out. It keeps players healthy and rested for longer stretches. Most of you guys were fine with the new rules. You know, there were still some people who think players shouldn't be resting at all, but it's just about advantages later in the season. The teams and players who are resting, their main goal is to win a championship, and even if it doesn't seem like it, taking a few games off during the regular season here and there helps them out a lot. Like I said, though, leave your answers for today's question of the day down in the comment section below. But other than that, thank you once again for watching the video, guys. Hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more daily NBA videos. And until tomorrow, keep getting the buckets, Team SEC, and I'm out of here.